Only time will tell whether Game of Thrones creators' new sci-fi show will live up to its hype, but it already seems to have a major advantage over the hit HBO series. When Game of Thrones first premiered on HBO, it took a while to find its feet. However, when its story finally started gaining momentum and captivating audiences worldwide, the series broke several viewership records on HBO, rising in the ranks as one of the most successful and talked-about shows in television history. However, despite having a phenomenal run and winning 59 Primetime Emmy Awards, Game of Thrones was weighed down by its own success when its finale could not match the high bar set by its predecessors. The show's conclusion left such a bitter aftertaste that viewers even started petitions for a Season 8 remake. While it is still arguable whether Game of Thrones Season 8 deserved so much criticism, it did have some clear issues. Game of Thrones creators' new show, however, may avoid repeating those problems because it has one clear edge. Cixin Liu's Three Body Problems book series is already complete, unlike GRRM's Asoyev. An eye with the date March 21, 2024 printed on it on the poster for Three Body Problem next to the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones custom image by Simone Ashmoor. While Game of Thrones Season 8 is often blamed for the entire show's downfall, the HBO series was showing signs of decline way before the finale. Although, even in the early seasons, Game of Thrones was not a precise book-to-screen adaptation of George R. R. Martin's novels, it stayed true to nearly all crucial narrative elements and character beats of its source. However, when the show's creators, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, ran out of source material content and started adopting original storylines, Game of Thrones gradually lost the emotional heft and narrative coherence that initially made it great. The fact that Benioff and Weiss were more successful with Game of Thrones when the books provided them with an outline proves their strength as storytellers lies in adapting existing material. Fortunately, since Cixin Liu's Three Body Problem book series is already complete, its Netflix adaptation will likely avoid Game of Thrones pitfalls because Benioff and Weiss had a well-rounded story to work with. The showrunners might still have taken several creative liberties. However, as their work with Game of Thrones has proven, they weave better screenplays when they have a fixed narrative blueprint. Lack of source material will not be a problem for Netflix's Three Body Problem. Although there are only 3 books in Cixin Liu's Three Body Problem series, they offer enough content for at least 3 seasons. Owing to this, if Three Body Problem Season 1 performs well on Netflix and gets renewed for another season, Benioff and Weiss will still have an abundance of storylines left to cover. At the same time, unlike Game of Thrones, which felt rushed and uneven in its final episodes, Netflix's Three Body Problem will also be able to achieve a more natural closure with satisfying payoffs instead of sprinting to tie loose ends in its final episodes.